I can't see. Come on. Okay. God, I absolutely fucking despair. I absolutely fucking despair. So, you guys know that an incident happened over a year ago. Remember that, over a year ago. Because it was August, roughly. I think it was wondering, I, wasn't sure if it was a man dressed as a woman. The evidence is in now. It was a transgender, male to female. By the way, just to let you know, for those who were curious as to what it was when we were sort of wondering. And yeah. So I've been to Morrison's now about 3 times since the incident, thinking they can't possibly be banned for such a minor incident forever. I thought surely they'd forget about it. You know how people keep saying, let it go, and move on, and move forward? Well, people don't do that. So I wish you people would stop telling me to let things go when no one else will let things go. But I'm always the one who's told to let things go, when other people don't let things go. First of all, that incident happened fucking over a year ago. That's more than enough time to let it go.
She was a nightmare that I wanted to punch herself.
Yeah, I wanted to punch.
She was a nightmare that I wanted to punch herself.
Yeah, I wanted to punch.
Oh, you did me breakfast. It did put sugar in it.
Oh, they need sugar, don't they? Sorry about this, I will continue. I probably put too much milk in anyway, you probably won't want it.
Alright, well let me just heat this up then.
Oh, this feels like it's got sugar in.
Alright, okay. Alright then. I'm sorry you have so much trouble, Thursday.
I didn't tell you about the second incident.
Yes, I know you have to put me with
Oh
it.
yeah, I will do. I'll tell you about it all in a mo. So you're going to hear about this incident when I tell it to my mum, because 2 incidents happened today. So, as you know, I've been to Morrison's, once on my own, twice with my mum. So yeah, 3 times. This will be the 4th time. And now, I'm only just now, after I ate at the cafe, been told that I'm still banned. It was the cafe person who said I was banned, because I went to go and, order another coffee, and she said I can't have one. So I thought it was just because they were closing and they weren't serving any more customers. So I asked why I couldn't have a coffee. She said because, you were banned and they're coming to escort you out, they said. She said they were going to come and escort you out, but saw that you'd already ordered food, so left off and was going to let me eat. Oh, that's very nice of them, isn't it? They were going to let me eat first before banning me again. So, anyway. So, I decided, well, I'm not just going to leave like a fucking doormat. I'm not just going to go. Like, you can't just get rid of me that easily. I thought, I'm going to complain. So I went to customer service. I said I want to speak to a manager because apparently I've been banned. So when she came, I said, I acted dumb. I said, why am I banned? Because I know very well why I'm banned. And I say in quotation marks because they didn't actually ban me, by the way. That year ago, or over a year ago, they didn't ban me. They only informed me that I was banned 2 weeks after the incident. They never said I was banned. What the manager actually said on the actual day of the incident was he was not happy about me recording or live streaming. I was actually live streaming. And he said, it's okay. This is what he said. He said, it's okay, calm down, because he saw I was like panicking and getting upset because I was, in trouble. And I'll tell you something about that afterwards. But he saw that I was upset. So he said, it's okay, calm down. It's okay. But I just want to let you know that if you record again, you're banned. That's what he said. He said it's fine for now, but if you record again, you're banned. He didn't say anything about the incident with the woman who I said what I said to, and then she went to the staff and raised hell about what I said. Even though, like I say, she was all the way down the other end of the aisle when I said it, so she couldn't possibly have even heard me. So that proves she was watching my live stream before I said it. Especially as they said that they found my live stream. In fact, she said she found it that very day and showed it to the manager. So she already had me on my, she already had this channel. She was already watching before I even said what I said about her. Because there's no way that incident could happen and she could instantly find me. There's absolutely no way. She had no name to go on or anything like that. So she must have already been a follower of this channel. She must have already been subscribed and she must already be watching my videos. Kind of a shame though, she might have been a fan before and then got offended by what I said, which is, like I say, it's her problem. The fact that she got offended by what I said, which wasn't bad, I didn't call her an actual name. I'll tell you, the second incident that happened today, somebody actually did call me an actual insulting word that I could imagine if I said that to her, I could definitely imagine getting banned for that. But I didn't say an insulting thing. And I said that, I just said saying someone may or may not be a man is not insulting. I'm sorry, but it's not. I get that transgender people, transgender females are going to be, they're not going to be happy about being called a man and vice versa. I get that. But it's still not an insult per se. That they get insulted by it, but it's not an insult. Calling someone or an ingrate, or you stupid idiot, or you dickhead, or your arsehole, or did I say bastard? Those are insults. Saying someone may or may not be a man, saying someone looks like a man or looks like a woman is not a fucking insult. The fact that she got offended by it is her problem. It's not the problem of me, and it's not the problem of the fucking supermarket or the staff. I don't understand how you can get banned for something that's not a fucking insult. But then the manager, this new manager, informed me that it was a trans woman. Okay? I was not informed the first time that it was a trans woman. Not at all. So I went on believing it's just a woman that may have more testosterone, because there are women like that, including my mum. My mum's always looked more masculine and had a more masculine body, but she's a woman, So I thought maybe that was it. I didn't know it was an actual trans woman. So she told me that, this woman, that's the manager, the manager said, and I thought, oh, right, so probably if some cisgendered person got offended by something, they wouldn't give a shit. But because it's, a protected group of people, like, to do with the LGBT community, of course they're gonna take more notice. So I said something along those lines, and that woman, the manager, she said, that's offensive. I thought, no, it's facts. It's true. It's not me being offensive. It is true that you value your LGBT customers more than you value anyone else. I was about to say, well, I'm transgender too, so what of that? But of course I couldn't say that because my mum was on the phone and she doesn't know. And if I said that in front of my mum, she would start questioning me afterwards, and she'd probably say, oh, you're just jumping on the bandwagon because trans people or LGBT people as a whole, get treated better. So she'll just think I'm jumping on the bandwagon, because that's what she thinks. My mum's of the same mindset I am, that thinks that, LGBT people and minorities get treated better than majorities and cisgender and straight people. My mum is of the same mindset as me, that thinks this whole over the top shit is ridiculous now. So, if somebody does say that they are a transgender or LGBT, but they had no signs before of being that way, my mum would think, you're not really that. You're just, joining in so that you can be treated better as well, that sort of thing. Because my mum doesn't really believe that there's this many LGBT people. Like, they didn't used to be. It used to be the odd person, but now suddenly they're all coming out the woodwork, as she says. So my mum believes that the majority of LGBT people are just people posing as LGBT just to get special treatment. That's what my mum believes. She doesn't believe that there is as many as there actually are. Or, you know, just like people jumping on it because, like, especially teenagers and kids, because it's like a trend. You know, they see it as a trend. Because it is kind of a trend. Like, you know, before 2016, it wasn't as blown up as it is now. All this minorities being protected and, like, marches and all this sort of stuff. You know, it wasn't as sort of, like, you know, you were aware of them, you accepted them, but they didn't do all of this protesting and making them, you know, known all over the place and flags and all this stuff. You know, they didn't have all this stuff back then, but they walked amongst us and they were accepted. You know, people accepted them. They were perfectly fine with it. And I am too. Like I say, me and my mum, we only have a problem with this stuff. And you guys know I'm transgender too. Trans male. And I have a problem with all of this because it's just them going overboard and trying to get special treatment. Unlike this woman, she's just trying to get special treatment from them, and it's working. So anyway, so I'm going to tell my mum about the second incident now, so you'll be able to hear about the second incident, which is where somebody actually insults me. Now, I bet if somebody called me a name in store, I bet they wouldn't give a shit. They'd say, well, that's your problem and it's between you and the other customer that you're having an argument with, or they're calling you a name. That's how it would have been at one time. At one time, it would have been, it's between you and unless a physical fight broke out inside the store, and obviously either one or both would be asked to leave. If either the offender would be asked to leave or both would be asked to leave. That's the only time that, you know, like security or managers or whatever any staff would get involved, is if a physical or like a really heated argument happened where it could turn physical. That's when it would, like I say, the staff would intervene. But as far as I'm concerned, this problem is between me and the customer. And if the customer had a problem with me, meaning this woman, she should have taken it up with me. She should have handled me herself. She shouldn't have gone blabbing and going wah, wah, wah to mummy staff. You know, she's just acted like a big baby and a child going to the staff, like running to your mummy saying, oh, somebody said this about me. You know, that's just stupid and pathetic. No, she should have come to me and had it out with me, because this little tiff, and that's all it is, it would be a little tiff, would be between me and her. It's nobody else's fucking business, not even the staff's. Unless it becomes physical or proper, like, heated argument, insults and what have you, it's not their business as far as I'm concerned. I wish I'd said that to her. I wish I'd said that to the manager today, that if she had a problem with me, she should have come to me and had it out with me instead of going to the staff. But of course she'll be like, oh well, she did, so. But she should have said that. Because, sorry, not she, but whoever was on staff at the time should have said to this person, well, this is between you and that customer, you know, it's your problem, not ours. That's what they should have done, but of course, no. Because she probably went, oh, because apparently she said she had anxiety. So that will probably, you know, have made the staff more likely to take notice to her. And of course, she's saying that she's transgender as well. So, of course, they get up in arms about that. God, it's so annoying. So I'm now about to talk about the other incident. So I'm just going to bring my mum her tea. Hey, Dean. I'm not really okay right now. I'm really pissed off at the way people treat me. I just hate it because this happens all the time. Oh, great. Okay, do you want me to tell you about the second incident now? Okay, so I did decide to walk home from Morrison's, seeing as how it would take half an hour. I didn't want to wait half an hour at bloody Morrison's. So I decided to walk home. I thought, you know, after we walked home, I thought without you know, your big lump having to
Oh,
push
yeah,
the big lump
it'd be
home.
easier.
I thought it'd be easier to just walk home.
Yes.
So I did. So, and I thought, well, I've come home empty-handed. I need some stuff. Of course, once again, you're not going to have your ham now, thanks to these dickheads. So sorry about that.
Yeah.
So I went to Nisa, Nice, or whatever. Actually, no, I went to Felice first. And as I was, because I had to go all the way to the bus. Hang on. Nope. Crossing. I had to go to the crossing. So as I was coming up to Felice convenience store, these two teenage boys were coming this way. And they said, "Oh, look, it's the Wolfie woman. Oh, yeah, you slag." So now I've been called a slag as well.
That's all right.
So I've had
Oh,
shit
yeah.
by the people at Morrison's, and now I've had shit by some idiots.
The thing about this is, Kirsty.
Now that's an insult. What I said about that
Yes,
trans
I know
woman
that,
was an
yeah,
insult.
but you can't ban them from the street, so
I know.
you know what I mean. It's that woman was being completely unreasonable. I've put in my thing.
Well, it was between me and her. It's none of the supermarkets and the
No.
staff's problem. Unless it
God,
becomes a
there you go.
physical
Do
fight.
something with that, got no
Unless it
difference.
becomes a physical fight or a heated argument,
no,
the staff shouldn't get
Kirsty,
involved.
I'm on your side 100%.
How come nobody else
Now
is?
the thing is, Kirsty, this is what I think. I think that it depends which manager's on as to who causes you distress. Because when we've been in and when you've been in before, you must have managers that are asked, right? And to my way of thinking, it's the women that are causing the problems, the women managers.
Not really, because the first one was a man.
No, I understand that. But the thing is, wasn't that the man that said don't video again?
Yeah.
Right, so he was being reasonable.
Yeah, but the second time he agreed with that Karen shithead.
Oh,
If you remember, he said, "Oh yeah, I saw the live stream, and yeah, what you said wasn't okay." But they didn't even tell me she was transgender. So how am I supposed to know it's offensive?
oh, Kirsty, this is how it's turned out now. I don't hear of anybody else having this problem.
No.
So,
Well,
like
everybody else is a sheep and goes on board with all this shit.
So, like I've said before, wherever you are, you don't live stream, you don't video,
You don't say
do
anything.
Your phone stays in your pocket unless you need to get in touch with me, and that's it. Or I have to get in touch with you. Other than that, your phone is not to be on display. Don't even bother texting or doing anything with your phone while you're in the stores.
Yes, I know all of this, and I do use my phones, and it's fine.
No, I get.
But that's not what the incident's about this
no,
time, though.
No, love, you're not letting me finish. So that there can be no more misunderstandings, in quotes. You just don't use your phone at all when you're in store. That's it. It's as simple as that. And then you can't be blamed. Do you remember the incident, for instance, in that restaurant?
Uh-huh.
Where you weren't even recording anybody. And the only thing you would have got was the back of a fucking chair. Look at how that escalated. You weren't even allowed to prove that you weren't recording anybody, and it will have just been the back of the chair. That everybody now is siding with the shit people. And everybody is offended for them. God knows why. Because how can you be offended for somebody else's problems?
I know.
They can be offended if they. A lot of people weren't offended.
That's what I said, it's their problem.
Wait a minute. A lot of people weren't offended until the shitheads decided that they were offended for them and started fighting for their corner. And then they become offended. But they weren't offended before. It didn't bother them.
I know. It's their problem, though. I mean, it's her problem. That woman's problem.
Of course, it is.
If she was upset by me and what I said, she should have taken it up with me, not the staff.
I agree.
None of their problem.
But
It's none of their business.
This is Thursday. What you have to remember now is that everything's on their side now.
Hmm.
And you've realised this, that no matter what you do, what you say, it makes... She overtalks you all the time.
I know she did. I was trying to say now I've got to go all the way across, but I couldn't even finish because she just kept talking and talking.
She was just determined. And plus the fact, this is making you look really bad in front of the other people.
Yeah, other people were looking.
Well, of course, they would be.
You heard what I said before I left. I said, I bet you wouldn't ban someone if they were actually verbally abusive, would you?
Exactly.
I bet they have way more trouble in shops, these supermarkets, but I bet they don't ban them. I bet the hooligans come in and give them a load of grief.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I bet people
You
steal.
see, they look at you, I'm sorry, I mean, I can't do it because I'm your mother, but they obviously look at you and see, oh, right, well, we can get her because she's not going to cause us any grief whatsoever. That's why I said to you...
I bet they get surprised when I do.
Instead of trying to argue with people, the best way to do it is like I've just done. I have sent a letter of complaint to one of the CEOs.
Yeah, but I wasn't about... When they said I was banned, I wasn't about to just leave and sort of confirm their theories that I'm just a pushover. Thought I'd stay there and be awkward and give them large so that they realise I'm not a pushover and a...
Yeah, but you're not giving them the kind of grief others would. You're still not doing that, which you shouldn't. You shouldn't have to be like all these other shitheads.
Well, like...
Hey, did you see what she called me? You can weigh up.
Couldn't say that.
They've got... Right, here's a good for instance. Right, here's a very good... Do you remember Hyde?
Yeah.
Right. Why do you think they sided with the knobs instead of us?
Well, there's 50 million of them.
Well, it's not just that. They work on Hyde Market. There's a lot of them. They can see the trouble that they have caused. Who do they want to calm down, love? Who do they want to calm down?
The
Me
shitheads.
or them?
The shitheads.
Right. So that's why they're on their side.
She's not really...
Because anything that stops them having any grief, that's what they'll go for. And they all know it. So all the authorities now, whoever they are, managers, directors, they're going to side with the troublemakers. But this is different. This is managers of Morrison's themselves. So I'm hoping that this CEO is going to be more... If you're not reasonable, I'll say, right, well, okay then. You're not being reasonable either, obviously. And it's obviously easier for you to side with your managers than it is to, what's the name, your customers.
Yeah.
So I'll go to the newspapers. And newspapers, put it online, you know, where, mind you, no point putting it online, Gave more believe. Because they're all going to side with, because it mentions an LGBTXYZ person. You don't sound a bloody horse nice on the left, I like them. And Argos.
Just can't believe I get treated this way.
You see, if that man had just been a man, or if he'd been a woman, whichever version of events, this wouldn't have been any issue here.
No.
It it's because they are transgender, you don't stand a chance. Because if they side with you, who are they going to get grief off?
The LGBT community.
And that is why they are like that with you. Because it's better to just the one person here than it is a whole million of them, or however many there are, and all their backups.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't like that, would they? And
Yeah, that's the only reason why she sided with her.
well, of
They
course
probably
it is.
don't give a shit about it. They probably don't even agree with it, but they've chosen to side with the
Well, they have
transgender
to.
person
No, that's the difference. They have to side
because they're a
because
protected.
they are a
group.
protected species. Don't matter about you.
Yeah, who cares
You've
if
been
I'm
going
offended or upset?
But don't matter you've been going for 28 years and been loyal. Don't matter about that. That's all gone by the board now. The protected species is what it's all about, and that's what we're going to continue with. Anyway, can I have this cup of tea because I'm really gagging.
Yeah, because that.
I've got a phone call in a bit. Apparently, I've been somebody's attempted to do fraud on the
Okay.
account again.
Ugh, why stupid expression. Dean Sherman is not okay at all. No, it bloody isn't. Really isn't. Especially being called a slag in the street by two boys. See, why can't this stuff ever happen in store? Of course, they're not stupid enough to do anything in shops. Although I have been given grief in one of the convenience stores actually. But the guy, the owner of the shop, was more bothered about me recording. Now, I wasn't recording at the time, by the way, that he was talking. He said a customer had come in and informed him that I had been, live streaming before at some point in the past. And he came to talk to me about it. And at the same time as that was happening, at the same time that he was, talking to me, he didn't have a go at me, but he told me about, like, he doesn't want me recording, something to do with the post office. And, at the same time as he was talking to me about this, there was actually kids harassing me right there and then and going on with themselves. But he didn't give a shit about that. He didn't tell them to back off. Of course, he didn't do that because he knows that he could get trouble from them because he's had trouble from them in the past. Of course, he's not going to back me up. So once again, I've just got absolutely no chance of any bloody backup. Ugh. It's just so stupid. Yeah, and it's okay for people at Asda to call me a slag and...
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, because you're not a protected species.
I'm not a protected species. Well, I should be. I'm going to start telling people.
Oh, God, that's horrible. Did you do really proper heat?
I did.
C and a half? Because mine was fine when I'd done it. Oh.
Ugh.
No, it's as if you've not put any. Did you stir it?
Yep.
No.
This kind of stuff is the kind of stuff that makes you depressed.
Of course it is. Well.
Being basically ostracised by everybody in the world.
Yep. Apart from your mother.
Of course, they all love it. They all love the fact that I'm miserable and an outcast.
Mm.
And they're all belonging.
I
all
told
belong.
you, Kirsty, this is the worst era ever.
Well, it's been like this for me for all of my
No,
life.
but it's the worst era ever for everybody. It's not just you.
Yeah, but I thought everybody that... Because I was at once called weird. So I should be accepted now in this era where all weird stuff is accepted.
No, because you're not part of the LGBT. Well, why do you think a lot of these kids now becoming, even if they're not feeling
Yeah, I was just saying that.
that way inclined, they're all becoming that way inclined so they can fit in, so they don't get any hassle.
I know.
So they can be part of the protected species.
So they're alright, Jack.
Yeah, well, that's it. If you'd have just told people that you're gay or transgender, then you'd have been fine.
Well, I am doing.
You'd have been a protected species. Well, you shouldn't.
Well, I am. Luckily, I am one of them. I'm
You're
gender
not
fluid
one
at
of them,
least. Yes, I
Kirsty.
am.
Oh.
I've told you this before.
Right, whatever. I'm not going down this
See, I
fucking
told you.
route. You're female, and that's how you'll always remain.
Okay, that's fine. Biologically, indeed.
No, I'm not. I don't want any of this shit, Kirsty. You do my head in.
I told you. Come on. What did she say? What did you just say?
Anyway,
No, it's not about that.
yeah, sure. Anyway, how many of these did you put in? Because I can't taste any.
I put 3.5 as
Oh,
always.
well, that's no good then, is it? I said, see, and that's the other thing that's very frustrating. You don't listen to what I say either. Even when I'm talking sensibly, you don't listen. I told you.
I don't have a chance, so Mum has a go at me. Everybody else has a go at me.
Anyway, let's get away from that.
I don't have a chance in life.
Shush now, please, quiet.
My parents think I'm a screw.
Oh, God.
Giving me grief.
Oh, la, la, la.
I want to leave the fucking earth. Let me leave the fucking earth.
Okay then.
Or country. Go
Why not?
somewhere where the people are
There's
normal.
something else to do. Anyway, see that box over there? What do you want to do about that?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's mustn't his care anymore.
No, I know.
I just want to be left alone now.
Yeah.
I'm going to do some writing in my diary. Don't worry, I'm sure all of this stuff is going to come out in my autobiography. One, I'm going to be in charge, and everyone's going to suffer. I'm going to speak out about all the shit ways I've been treated. And when I'm in charge, we'll all get fired or whatever.
Well, that'd be good. If you had enough money to take over knowledge.
Yeah.
And fire those little shits there, keep married.
There we go.
And then you can do the same with Asda.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of all the
Right, so then,
get rid of all the security and get your own security.
there's an incentive to become rich
Yeah, there you go.
and powerful.
Anyway, the reason why I want you to look is because I don't know whether you want to give it to me as a gift or I can use it now.
Right. Well, I think I'd better give it to you as a gift.
Because at the bottom there's an actual card as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you got 2 cards then.
Well, I didn't know whether you wanted to.
Right.
Anyway, I've got you some nice paper to wrap your presents up with.
Oh, thank you.
So when you've cleared this table,
Got
they'll.
about 1 million. Oh, bloody hell.
Anyway, when you clean this table up, don't forget to wash your brushes and this unit. It'll all come off if you clean it properly.
Right.
Kirsty, will you do me a favour? I want you to.
Yeah.
Don't
Stop.
overfill it. There is a level, Kirsty.
Right, stop calling my name while I'm live streaming, please. Now, if I want everyone on the internet to know my name, I certainly do now.
You think you're frustrated? Well, you ought to live in my city.
Don't have a chance really, so your parents don't like you. Oh, I don't know how that went back in. Oh, bloody hell. I don't know what to do. Never mind. Maybe in the next life, you know, I'll get treated like part of civilization. There's always hope for the next life. Hey. Yes. Well, I can't, unless I throw everything from the garage outside into the garden. Or get one of those hire bags people to take it all away. There you go, let's do that. Then keep it obviously trapped there. Always means keep the crap that's broken or doesn't work for some reason. Not all my stuff. But there is nowhere else to put anything. Every surface has been taken up. I will be one. No, they get paid. Okay, cool, little hot slave. Because I bet. Because I be the higher up, but usually the lower lady. No, I don't like all that stuff. I'm quite happy with people doing my work. I'm not one of those people. I want to say with them. Yes, because I'm not meant to be a slave, though. I'm meant to be a higher up. Where I am now. I don't know where I'm meant to be. I think I'm meant to be. I've always thought of myself as like. I do the exact same every time. It's you. So far, every single one you've had. Every single one of them that you've had has been horrible. And I do the same every time. Oh, I'll just say nothing and just do as I'm told. There you go, that's a slave. There you go, I'm just a little slave like you want then. Whatever. Did you hear all of that? I was having a go at me as always. Yep, get the same fucking treatment whether I'm at home or out. Oh well, I hope you hooligans and shit are all happy then. Get treated like shit everywhere I fucking go, at home and out. So I don't want to be home or out. Don't know where I'm gonna go then. I just don't need this. I've already had hassle while I'm out and now I've got to take it at home as well. Fantastic. I'm so sorry this has happened to you. You should not have to put up with that. It's not right. I think you're an awesome person and your drawing is brilliant. Yeah, well, I guess you're the only one. You and everybody else who's too far away for it to actually properly properly matter, if that makes sense. Now, I don't mean that in a nasty way, but I just mean I could do with people like near me who support me to actually back me up when this shit happens. But it's only people who live far, far away. And, you know, it's only a few. Brilliant. Let's just get this over with. But it does mean a lot anyway, you saying that. Even though no one can help me. Nobody can help me. It's just all doom and gloom. Yeah. I totally understand how that Elliot Rodgers ended up killing people. I do. I understand how people end up being murderers. They get all the anger and resentment and bitterness that builds up with how they're treated in life, and then they just snap one day and decide no more. I totally understand. And these people probably have, you know, pretty good self-control, but one day, the more they get pushed and pushed and pushed, one day something's got to give and they just snap and they go on a killing spree. That's exactly how these people work. So people who condemn these kind of people, they don't understand human psychology or have never had any problems at all. They never have any problems from people at all. They're the people who condemn people like that. Sorry to say, but that is exactly how it is. People get driven to their limit, and then one day they snap. It's fine. But if y'all want to, you know, raise a bunch of, you know, future murderers by pushing them to their limits, then, you know, keep on bullying them, keep on pushing them, keep on treating them like the scourge of the earth. Yeah, if that's what everybody would like. Like I say, I'm just going to focus on my painting from now on. I'm not going to bother with people. Just a waste of time. Just a waste of time. Yeah, like my mum said, there's no point in fighting these people. Just all gonna always win. Whatever, dude. So video, I hope you're okay. Yeah, if everybody wants me to be unhappy and depressed, then, you know, also great. Like I say, you people are just all contributing to the problem with the world. And you know what? I was one time many, many years ago now. I was told I was what was wrong with the world. And it's like, no, I'm not. You people are. I don't mean you, by the way. But if any of the shitheads are watching, the nasty, horrible bullies, then yeah, you are. You are part of the problem. People like that are part of the problem. Bullies, dickheads, nasty, horrible people who ostracize people. They're the ones part of the problem because I don't actually cause any trouble. I know people like to make it out that I do, or that there is something wrong with me. That yeah, I've not actually done anything to anyone. I'm just the person that they have chosen to pick on. I'm the Gus Griswold of the world. You know, he was the one who was chosen to be picked on in recess. IG? I know. Oh, it's not too bad. 2 o'clock. But it's still at Manchester Royal, though. Still got to make a trek by public transport. Made you feel like rubbish all the time. I feel like rubbish because my eczema's bad. I don't really need anything else on top of that, really. I have no clue what that is. Okay, so that's my eye appointment. Anyway, I'm going to forget about all this now. Just never go to that godforsaken Morrison's ever again. They can all go to fucking hell. I don't even care if they get me unbanned. They're all dickheads. And I don't want to give them my money. That's how they're going to fucking treat me. What? I don't want to give them my money anyway. Yeah, I'll just not go there again. It's fine. They don't do half of what we need anyway, so. I'll just stick to other supermarkets that actually, you know, welcome me and my custom. Yeah, what happened was I've discovered I'm still banned from fucking Morrison's. For an incident that happened over a year ago. They tried to make it out that it happened a few months ago. No, it didn't. It happened over a year ago. And they're saying I'm still banned for that, even though it was nothing. I didn't verbally abuse anyone. I didn't insult anyone. I didn't start any fights. I didn't steal. I didn't do any actual offences. But because somebody took offence who's a protected species, as my mum just said, they got up in arms, even though it's not really my problem or the staff's problem. It was her problem for getting upset. I should have had it out with me instead of going crying to the staff like a big old fucking baby. And then on top of that, some dickhead teenage boys called me a slag as I was going to one of the local shops. Because obviously, because I went there and I was banned, I didn't get to have, you know, I didn't get to do my shop. So I was coming home empty-handed without the stuff that we need. So I went to at least the local shop to get tonight's ingredients for tonight's dinner. That's odd. So which is it then? I'm really confused. I've got two appointments here for the hospital, but they're at different times. Why have I got two? Ah, two different people as well. One of them says glaucoma and the other says, oh, I get it. So probably one appointment is one. So I have literally got two appointments. This one lasts 30 minutes and then this one half an hour later. Oh, I see. Right, so I go to this one and then that one probably afterwards. Okay. Okay, that makes sense then. Isn't that still Christmas though? These are appointments during Christmas. I don't want to be going to appointments during Christmas. Oh man. Well, I suppose I'd better go. At least it's 5 days after actual Christmas Day, so it's not too bad. But we usually stay the 12 days. You know, don't go out for those 12 days. It's just always been a tradition that we stay in for the 12 days. It's just that it's stressful because it's an eye appointment. I'm presuming they're going to be prodding and poking my eyes. One of them says glaucoma. Oh, God. Oh, I didn't see these messages pop up. Okay. It sounds like they're just being silly. I did see that one. They're very beyond silly. More like stupid. How long have you been banned for? Over a year. I thought by now I wouldn't be banned anymore. I'm not looking forward to Christmas. It always sucks for me. Oh, I am. It's always been good for me. Anyway, like I say, I'm going to move on from this. So I've discovered I'm banned from these places, so whatever, I'm just not going to go to them. It's no big deal. It's not like there's anything special that I have to go for. It used to be. We used to get special dog food, which was Morrison's own. Shit. And my mum would only have the particular muffins that I could get there. So there did used to be a couple of things that we could only get there, but now it doesn't matter anymore. My mum will pretty much have any muffins from anywhere, and we don't have a dog anymore, so it doesn't really matter about that. About the dog food, I mean. Sainsbury's. Yeah. It's funny you should say that, because I went for a doctor's appointment first. That's why I went to Morrison's in the first place, because the doctor's is near Morrison's. So I just figured that seeing as how I was already there, I would go there for something to eat and just get the groceries there, especially as it was late because my appointment was 3 o'clock. I thought by the time I get done, it's probably going to be 4 o'clock. And, you know, I knew that I had to be home early for the bird food delivery person. So, you know, so I would be here to be able to pay him and stuff. So, you know, because I wasn't actually planning on going to Morrison's today. I was planning on going to, well, first Stockport, so I'd obviously go to a supermarket there. There's an Asda and a Sainsbury's there. And then I thought, you know, depending on what time I get up, I would go to Staley Bridge instead, which is more local. But seeing as how I had this doctor's appointment and I was already there, near Morrison's, and it's only a walk away, I thought, you know, I'd just go to Morrison's. So I wasn't actually planning on it today. And then oh yeah, the doctor said, because she gave me some prescriptions, and I also have prescriptions that have already been sent there to the pharmacy in Sainsbury's. So she virtually begged me to go to Sainsbury's today. And the only reason why I didn't, I mean, I would have done, but the only reason why I didn't is because I'd have to take a taxi, which would cost a lot of money. So I thought I could get a taxi from where I was to near where I live, to, you know, where the bus stop is, and then get a bus there, but I still have to walk all the way from the bus station to Sainsbury's, which is quite far. Not too far, but it's quite far. It would have just been like more messing about, because it's all the way at the other end, like past my house again, because that, you know, the doctor's like that way, and then Sainsbury's is like that way, like they're in the opposite directions from my house, so it's just a bit more like more money, more messing about. That's the only reason why I didn't do it, or, you know, wasn't going to. But I wish I had now, because I would have killed two birds with one stone, got the groceries, and I would have gotten you know, my prescriptions as well. So I told the doctor I will go, because she seemed very concerned. She really wanted me to go and get my prescriptions. She said that the ear infection has cleared up. It's just a bit, you know, stuffed up there. So, you know, she was concerned about my eczema more than she was my ear, and she really wants me to go. And the soap. She gave me a oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Just getting out some of the crap from my ear. Just getting out some of the crap from my ear. It's actually coming out. Wow. Oh. So yeah, the prescriptions that she's given me are not like urgent, because the stuff that I need the most, like the steroid cream and what have you, I've already got. Apriderm. I wonder if Apriderm is one of the things that she said. I've got that. Not really used that. She told me not to use any more of the antibiotic ear spray, because I've pretty much developed resistance to it, you know, antibiotics and stuff. Just, you know, fair enough. I mean, I do that anyway with having meat. Right, let's have a look. Sainsbury's is the best, so yeah, I should have gone there. Morris is only good for the bakery, but if you have a Lidl near you, they have an amazing bakery. Yeah, I don't really go to Lidl or Aldi. They don't really do what we get. So I just go to Sainsbury's, Asda, Tesco. They're the ones I mainly go to. We used to go to Summerfield too when that was open. Whatever happened to Summerfield anyway? They were like a chain of stores as well. I got a big load of crap from my ear just now. Oh my god. It's still stuffed up though. I still can't hear very well. But I feel like I can hear a little bit more than I could. Right, I'm gonna go put some warm in my water now. I do feel bad for what I said before. You didn't hear it, but I was saying to my mum. Well, it doesn't help when she has a go at me for things as well, you know. She says she's on my side, but then still has a go at me and moans at me. Do I really have to deal with him as well? I'll be right back. Yeah, it does feel a bit better, my ear. God, I keep thinking that's a photograph. Right, okay. I'm getting kind of cold now. I think I'm gonna have more warm. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the stream now because I'm gonna go get changed and get warm. Now that he's been pretty much stayed dressed for him. I pretty much got the important stuff today, so I've got to, you know, empty out all the bags and put things away. So I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, sure, you're late again, Issa. I'm just about to stop the stream. But don't forget to watch it back and you'll know what's happened. So talk to you guys later. Sorry about that.